In this video, I'm going to be doing a short review on the new Scx10iii Bronco, so don't click away. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody is doing well. In this video today in the garage, I just wanted to take a quick moment to give a short review and kind of just my thoughts after a little bit of time here with the early Bronco from Axial on the new Scx10iii platform. I've had this thing now for like over a month, been driving it quite a bit, and I kind of just wanted to let you know what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and where it kind of stands for me now that I've been driving it a little bit. I kind of was waiting for a while and was super happy when these finally came in stock and I was able to get mine. And yeah, let's just get right into it. Obviously, if you're buying this truck, I think you're buying it for this body, but who knows? For me, that's why I wanted it. I saw it at Axial Fest. I put Steve right in there. He fit nicely, and I was very happy with that because I really like that aspect of the hobby. I like more of a, trailing and taking photos and stuff. I'm not like just a pure rock crawler because these sort of rigs are, they call them trail trucks, so it all depends how you tune it and what you want to do. But I would say this truck with this body, it's definitely not a high performance package type of truck. It does perform well, but it's definitely more on that trail truck side of things. So the body, we'll talk about that first, is just great. The color pops, it looks good. The interior is just so detailed in there, and it's just got a lot of awesome detail. The doors open, right? You can't go wrong with the body on this truck. I think that is the one thing that this truck really has going on for it, is the body. Looks good, all of that. Spare tire, it's got a nice cage, all the bells and whistles. The only thing I dislike is the mounting system's a pain with the pins being underneath here. You really have to kind of fidget with it. I'm getting a little bit more used to it with time, but it doesn't go on super smooth, which is kind of a pain. But what I've kind of figured out is once you get your battery in there, plugged in, you do have a power switch, which I really enjoy. And then I just kind of pull the fender, stick my little finger in there, and I can turn it on and off. So if I want to stop and take some photos, I don't have to have it, on the whole time. I like to shut it off, conserve my battery, obviously depending upon what I am doing, but that's kind of how I figured out how to work around that, because it stinks because it looks so good, and then you go to put it on and you have to fiddle with it. But once it's on, it's great. It's got a light kit. Mine did come with the lights wrong. I had the orange for the headlights, which I kind of thought they were trying to do that to get like an old time look, but I was informed that was wrong. So I just had to swap those, and now it's all good. And I really like that it comes with lights. Again, this truck comes in at a $579 price tag, but with this highly detailed body, lights, I kind of see where the price kind of comes in. So that's something you have to think about. If you're going for all-out performance, I would maybe go with the Portals and the Jeep on this platform if you're really set on getting an Axial Scx10iii chassis. All right, so now that we discussed the body, that's a positive, we will get into the chassis, what's going on here with it, and I'll give you the rundown on kind of what I got set up so far. Out of the box, it's not so good at crawling, really. The body is heavy, and I found that the suspension was just way too soft, and it just wanted to tip like this, like every second it got. So I went ahead and I just changed the shock oil and added some green slime because I found these shocks were leaking. I was a little disappointed with that, that they were leaking so far. Now that I've added the slime and new oil, I haven't had any leaking issues. I went 45 in the front, which I feel is perfect. In the rear, I went ahead, I only had 80. I did find some 70. I originally wanted to go 60, but I add figs, and I still am rocking the spare tire. So I was like, you know what, I'll try 80. It's going to be better. I haven't got it out on the kind of rocks I'd like to get it on yet, but when I did get it out, it was doing okay. Maybe a little stiff, but definitely better than stock. So that is something you're going to want to upgrade if you're going to try to, you know, really crawl with this thing. Is it was just so bad. Every second it got, it just was going like this, and the front was coming up and it would just flip over. So I had to address that really quick. And make sure you add the green slime again, because they were leaking a little bit. But once I, you know, seem to get this set up now, it definitely seems a little bit better. The only other complaint with the factory setup is they went with a 14-tooth pinion, and I felt that it was a little bit too fast, because I don't mind a trail truck. I'm trying to trail with it. It's not like, you know, my performance rig, but I do want to crawl to get some of those shots I like. So I went to a 12-tooth. I was trying to go to 11, so it's got the motor plate in there, and you can go down to 11, but for whatever reason, the mesh was just not getting right when it was on the 11, and I was having issues. So I went up to the 12, and it fit perfect, and there was no issues. So I'm not sure what is going on with that 11. If you know, let me know in the comments. Maybe there's something I was missing. If you're running an 11 tooth, let me know how you achieve that. I'm using the Axial gears because of the thickness, so that's something I think you're kind of stuck with. You have to run the Axial ones. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's just what I chose, because I tried to put another gear on there and the mesh wouldn't set. That's one thing I don't like about these fixed motor plates, but it is what it is. Maybe someone will come out with a plate where you can adjust and use whatever you like, but it is what it is. So that was like the only other thing I didn't really enjoy out of the box, so I took care of those. I took off the back battery tray and took off one of the wings and then put it over here so I can use my 2200 and my other pack, and then I just left that as it is. I know some people are having issues on the portal axle one where the links were hitting the mount here. I don't have that issue, so I left that there in case I want to put it back on in the future for anything. I didn't have to cut the tabs. The electronics so far have been holding up. I like the light kit. You just plug them in, you're good to go. The servo is not the greatest, but it's holding up. I know, like, you know, the TRX4s, the electronics in those things are horrible, even though the trucks are great. So I'm happy to have, like, you know, a much more better all-around, out-of-the-box rig, especially if someone's buying this as it's their only rig. And, you know, it's important to me that the electronics hold up and last. And, you know, so far they've been good. Servos, you know, the stock ones, they always go out. I've abused this one a little bit, and it's holding up, so that is good. So I'd say the electronics are some of the best in an RTR that I've had, and just like a regular RTR, not like, you know, like my Axe version or whatever, because obviously that is higher end stuff with a good price tag on it. So can't complain there. The other thing I didn't like were the stock tires. But what I did like is it comes with bead lock, so I just swapped to two-stage foams with some KM3s from Proline and Predator compound. That's what I found works best in my area. So that's really nice. They include those, so you can just slap on whatever tires and foams you want. You don't have to go and put on different wheels. And I really like how these wheels look with that cool little center piece there. You know, it just kind of keeps to that early Bronco theme. So that is really nice. The bumpers are pretty flimsy, but I'm not like thrashing it, so I like that they work with the body and everything. So I don't have any complaints there. They got this sweet 5.0 motor. I'm not really that big into it because the hood doesn't open, so there's no sense of detailing it up and making it look nice, because I just think it's kind of pointless. But if you like that sort of thing, it's there. And if you want to add something really detailed, you already have that, right? Everyone's got different goals, what they want to do with their rig. But for me, you know, it's just not something that's that big of a deal, but it's there. The only mod outside of tuning that I've done is I did go ahead and added 52 grams worth of brass in the front, because with that spare tire in the back, I just felt like it wasn't climbing very well, so I wanted to add some weight down low. I don't suggest going crazy with brass, but if you put it in the right spots, you can kind of tune if you need to. So I chose to go there with that. That's the only mod I have so far, other than the tires, I guess. But that's where the truck stands. I've really been enjoying it. The transmission's been good, but I do not like the dig. It seems to kind of function weird. I don't know if it's locked or unlocked, and it's like, it just hasn't been as smooth. Although I will admit, I've never had a truck with dig. I'm not really versed on how you use it, so I will have to experiment with it as time goes on, and you know, see if I can use it more. Like I said, I'm kind of using this more as a trail truck, so dig isn't something I think I really need, but it's in there. I'm going to leave it in there as long as it's working for now. And like I said, I'll experiment with it, and maybe I will find it useful in the future. But so far, you know, I got quite a bit of packs through it. It's been holding up. With that body on it, I really, really enjoy it. I've been taking a lot of great photos. Make sure you're following me on Instagram if you want to see them, rc_propaganda. I post a lot of photos and, you know, stuff on there. So if you're not following me on there, go follow me there. And I guess that will kind of conclude the video. I just had the truck. I want to get some thoughts out, share it with you guys, let you know if you're interested in picking one of these up. You definitely can't go wrong, but make sure you know what your goals are. If you want to build around it, I would save the money and go with the portals with the Jeep body, especially if you're going to take the body off, because this body is so detailed. And with the lights, I think, you know, you're paying a little bit extra for that. Maybe you want the performance of the portals. I enjoy the straight axles just because I like the scale aspect of it. So, you know, just stuff to think about if you're interested in one of these. Time will tell how it holds up and everything. I'm not sure when I'll switch any electronics or anything like that out of it, but for now, this is basically how it's going to stay. I'm just going to keep driving it, having fun with it, and see how it holds up, and I will come back with a long-term review if anything goes wrong or anything like that, in maybe another few months. We'll have to see. But if you did enjoy the video, make sure you leave me a like. Leave a comment down below. Help me fight the algorithm. Let's get this channel going a little bit more. Let's get those subscribers up. You know, just leaving a comment really goes a long way. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.